Good day, everyone. My name is Kevin Galdo, a mathematics teacher. Today, I am going to teach you on a certain topic in trigonometry. I hope you will get interested in this.
We all know that trigonometry is one of the disciplines in mathematics in which we have to study.
With regards to this, I am going to teach you on how to get the three coordinates of the three special angles using a particular shortcut.
But before that, let us now recap on the six trigonometric functions. We have the cosine, the sine, the secant, the cosecant, the tangent, and the cotangent. The cosine and the sine is the only trigonometric function that we are going to use in finding the coordinates of the three special angles.
But before we are going to proceed to the shortcut, let us now recap to the usual way in getting the coordinates of these three special angles.
Alright, suppose we have these three angles. We all know that the best way to determine the coordinates is by the use of the very known SOHCAHTOA, stands for sine, opposite over hypotenuse, the cosine, adjacent over the hypotenuse, and lastly the tangent, which stands for the opposite over adjacent. Okay, so let us solve for the coordinates of 60 degrees.
We use
The SOHCAHTOA, of course. For the sine 60 degrees, the opposite is square root of 3 over the hypotenuse 2. For cosine 60 degrees, the adjacent is 1 and the hypotenuse is 2. That gives the coordinates of 60 degrees is equal to 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2.
Same thing that you are going to do to get the coordinates of the other angles. You just only need the SOHCAHTOA in order for you to locate its coordinates.
So sine 30 degrees is equal to the opposite 1 and the hypotenuse 2. That gives 1/2, and the cosine is equal to the adjacent square root of 3 over the hypotenuse 2. That gives square root of 3 over 2. So the coordinates of 30 degrees is just equal to square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2.
Now, we are down to our last angle, the 45 degrees.
The sine and cosine of the 45 degrees are just equal. So sine 45 degrees therefore equal to cosine 45 degrees. Sine 45 degrees is equal to the opposite square root of 2 over the hypotenuse 2. Therefore, cos 45 degrees also is square root of 2 over 2. That gives its coordinates equal to square root of 2 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2.
See, if we are going to use the usual way in getting the coordinates, it is quite systematic though, but it will surely take us time before we are going to get the coordinates of the three special angles. Let us say that, how about when you're in a mathematics B? So, you must be direct to your answer in order for you to answer quickly. But how? That's the purpose of the shortcut that I am going to teach you.
Okay, so suppose we have the first quadrant of the unit circle with the angles we have in here. This is pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3. This is equivalent to 60 degrees, 45 degrees, and of course 30 degrees. You're just going to make
We're going to create
a what we call the coordinates that show the relationship of the coordinates. Right? Then first, you are going to put in the numerator 1, 2, 3. Alright? Then to the sign 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. Then assign all the denominator to 2. Alright? Okay. So then you square all the numerator. Right? Square. Of course, you don't have to square the 1 because it's a perfect square.
So, very simple.
Well, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you've learned something from it. Math Pro,